Hey guys, what's going on? Andy Elliott, One Percenter Podcast. Today I'm here with my boy Enrique, and I titled this video, The Fastest Growing Sales Industry in the United States. And, people will debate this. You're like, no, it's not. It's this. Well, let me tell you something. Right now, it's like the roofing rush. I don't know what to call it. It's like the roofing boom. It's insane. And Enrique, which is who I'm here with today, is going to tell us a little bit more about this so you can kind of understand it. A lot of you right now, you're really good at sales. I love that. A lot of you right now, you've never been in sales and you're like, I'm not a salesperson. Yeah, you are. Communication is selling. Speaking is selling. It's all the same. It's influence. It's persuasion. It's really just communicating. Like the lost thing in this world anymore is just communicating. So if you're not in sales, you are, because you communicate every day with people. So you are in sales. In roofing, right now, there's this boom going on. And if you can find the right opportunity, that means the right leader, the right company, with the right person, the right beautiful place. He lives in Orlando, Florida, which, by the way, so you'd understand, is this guy is like a virtual deal? And he's going to tell us about this. No. You relocate your life. You move down to the beautiful state of Florida. You're down there in warm weather. You're literally down there with this new company. You change your whole life. And Enrique, the way he runs his team is insane. It's beautiful. He's got a big team. They got a great life. They make a lot of money. But he's 36. He's got a beautiful wife. He's got 3 kids. And he's looking to expand and grow his team again. And I was like, dude, you're a savage. And so I know a lot of you right now, number one, you're going to get a lot of value from hearing Enrique's story about how he's became really successful. But secondly, you can have an opportunity if you're like, man, hey, I need a change. Hey, I want to be a part of something big like that. Okay, cool. You guys can always text the number. You guys can reach out to Enrique, and the future is all yours. So, Enrique, I love you, bro. I appreciate you being here. And
Nice
I mean it
meeting you,
when I
bro.
say this, guys, like, Enrique's such a good dude. He's a savage. He's loving. He's kick butt. He's a very hard worker, but he loves his team. And you're really killing it in the roofing space. So you weren't always in roofing, man.
No.
Give us a little bit about you so everybody can understand you, and how did you get to where you're at right now? And by the way, tell everybody a little bit about your company for 1 minute.
Yeah, so, man, prior to roofing, it's been amazing for me, man, since I met Will. I was in San Antonio, and I part ways with this other roofing company I was with. And my brother-in-law was actually working for Priority at that point. And he was like, man, you got to join this company. Like, this roofing company is like everything that the other one had, but except for like the bad stuff. Like, this is like legit here. And I was curious about it. So I went and interviewed with the general manager at that point of San Antonio location. And I felt the buy. I felt like the team were, all like, the culture was there. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to give this a try. Although, like, I was trying to not stay in sales because I was vice president of that company.
Okay.
And then so when I part ways, I was like, okay, I either gonna go back to Dallas because I was originally from.
Yeah.
I was like, or I'll stay here in San Antonio. I just bought a house. I just had a baby. It makes sense for me to stay there for a little bit.
Yeah.
So I joined Priority. I said, I'm gonna sell roofs here until like I find my new home. And immediately, probably like a week after that, I had a call from Will Miller. We sit down, and he was like, man, I want to keep you here, but we have this process for everybody that joins the company. You have to sell roofs at least for 1 year. And I was like, man,
Which I respect. I love
me
that.
too.
Yeah, I want you to understand this real quick. This is super cool. So Will, who's amazing, he's one of the owners, or is the owner
he's the
of
owner,
of Priority Roofing, and he was a vice president of the old roofing company. My man here, Enrique, and he goes, hey man, I love you, and I'm glad that you did that there, but I'm gonna need you to sell for me here, and then I'll give you the play.
Yourself,
and listen, and let me tell you what it does. It gives everybody an opportunity to really earn the trust of everyone in the whole company to see that because to earn your respect,
you have to
right?
join the team and join the respect. You can just go there and be.
But I love that. When I heard that, he told me about your story. When I heard that, I was like, dude, that's crazy. And you know what's even crazier is that you had no pride, no ego, no entitlement, and even though that it might have kind of burned at that second, you know what you did? You said, fine. Let me go show you what I'm made of.
I had to start over, man.
Dude,
from like 3 years, I didn't have to door knock in 3 years, right? And then I go back to like.
I love that, bro. The fact that you did that, I respect you so much.
Yeah, man.
Because you did that, man.
It was tough. I had a baby. I just bought a house.
Yeah.
I went from having a $200,000 salary to commission only again.
Yep.
And
that's why
I can tell you, man, that
everybody knows you're the real deal because
I never
of
missed
that,
a
bro.
payment. I never, I made it 8 months. I sold roofs for them, and then in November last year, I wrapped it up, and then I came to Florida.
They
man, to
promoted you.
Orlando. Yeah, and I
amazing.
remember like I got here like on the weekend. It was Mr. Olympia, and my son is into bodybuilding and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
So we
Dude,
went
your
to
son's
Mr.
a
Olympia.
savage, bro.
He's crazy. He's
Yeah.
playing football. He came just first time in the United States last year. No English, nothing. He's playing football. He's
Yeah.
all A's and B's. I mean, I see it. And he motivated me a lot when he came to live with me.
Yeah.
Because he was working out. And I was like, oh, he can't be the toughest guy in this house.
Yeah.
It has to be me.
Yeah.
So I got to go back to my stuff. And it leveled me up a lot, having him with me and
So cool.
just share those moments, right? But man, Priority was amazing, man. And then them giving me the opportunity to come to Florida, open a branch for them. You know, they basically told me, like, where do you want to go? You know, ask your wife where she wants to go. And we were like, let's go to Florida, man. And then we came to Orlando. We toured the city. And I was like, yeah, I have 2 daughters. Disney World is their backyard, right? They go there every weekend if they want to, or any day if they want to.
Yeah.
And that's the
It's a
life that
kid's
I want
dream.
to provide to, you know, I grew up in Mexico, bro.
Yeah,
and
no, I know.
You know, I never had even expectation to go into Disney World. And seeing my daughters having the opportunity to do that, it's just, you know, what really gives me like.
Yeah, it feels good as a
feel.
dad.
Yeah, it's feel.
Yeah, so you picked your place, you opened your branch.
Mhm.
You have how many guys do you have on your team right now?
Right
roughly?
now, we're like a little bit over 30 guys, plus the ones that are
Coming on.
already coming in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was planning to finish the year at 50 reps, you know, because that's where like a branch starts like really generating momentum.
Yeah.
Um,
Can you talk about your culture for a minute?
Yeah.
Like what kind of leader are you, Enrique? I mean, I can tell him, but like, why don't you tell
you
him?
know, when I'm interviewing, you know, prospects, I always tell them this: I'm not a micromanager. I'm not a boss. Okay, I'm more like a leader, a mentor.
That's
Right?
great.
I basically, when you come into my team, I will try to teach you all the ins and outs of roofing. I'll give you a script. I give you objections. I work with you. I try to get you your first contract. I do your first inspection, your first claim. Personally, I'm with you towards that. And then after that, I'm just your mentor. You call me if you have questions, because you know sales create problems, and problems you know need solutions. That's where we come in as a
Yeah,
managers,
yeah.
right? And I'm always liable, always answering my phone and text messages, emails all day long. I try to be very present, you know,
Yeah.
with them, but I'm never gonna be chasing you. You know,
Yeah.
if you don't call me,
You don't want to be their babysitter.
if you don't call me, it's because you're not working, right? Because you're not creating any problems. You're not creating anything. So the guys that I blow on my phone are the guys that are like savages out there. That Enrique, I need help with this. Enrique, and they always tell me, "Hey, sorry to blow your phone." No, bro. Like I need more people like you blowing my phone, because that's what.
You're hustling.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
what tells me you guys are working and you guys are really part of this team, right?
That's such a good perspective.
You know,
man.
the ones that are quiet, I already know what they're not doing. So why would I even waste my time with them, right?
Yeah.
So that's just how I do it, bro. And everybody like buys into that, and they want to be part of that
That's
group of
right.
people that is always communicating, that is always bringing stuff in, and that's how I keep it, you know, at a high standard, basically.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pretty
Talk-
sure you do that stuff a lot. 'Cause
Yeah.
I follow your content. I know you like.
Yeah,
that's
no,
what you guys
we,
do.
we say it all the
Yeah.
time. People don't want a boss or a leader. I mean, if they have a boss, they just work for them for a paycheck.
Especially in sales.
Yeah, and you know, you got to be present with your people. You got to be on the ground with them. You got to suffer
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
You know why I think you're such a good leader? When you said that, they said that you had to go back on the floor to
Yeah.
sell. You know, you had this, you know, this senior position,
Mm-hmm.
and to go backwards internally, the world goes, "Oh man, you know what happened?"
Oh yeah.
Listen, I know, dude. Listen, when I quit my job,
Yeah.
you know, I was a general manager making a couple million a year. I quit my job to start my own business. Everybody's like, "Dude, what happened to you?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What do you mean? I'm trying to start my life."
Yeah.
And they're like, "You just gave up your life." And I'm like, "It's so crazy how people see like negative in everything." So you proved yourself to this company. Everyone respects you now. It got you this promotion to Orlando, all because you went back on the floor and you basically showed them that you knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
Which it shows me that people won't do that, don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Or when they did do it, they got lucky or they weren't very good
Well,
at
you
it.
Doubt yourself, you know. I knew that I was good at one thing, and it was selling roofs. So, you know, as I was good at teaching and training, I can, and that's the beauty about roofing. No matter your experience, I did it. I was making $36,000 a year before I joined roofing. I was doing catering, events, and I was in some big events, you know, working in Dallas for the, you know, football players and all this other stuff, all these organizations. And from there, I went to roofing, and in my first year, I made like $112,000, right? First year. That, for somebody like me, there's just, you know, from Mexico comes here and makes 36. I think it's a lot of money. Then I go and make 100.
You forex your
100,000.
income.
You know,
First year, life
and then
changing.
I knew that in roofing, I'm always gonna make, even as a salesman, more than 6 figures. So I didn't really care, you know, like starting from zero, because I know that if I stay at those numbers, my family's gonna have everything. So I had offers going back to Dallas, going back to other companies. I just didn't see the systems and the procedures in those companies for me to like join that team and then maximize my potential. I saw that in priority, but I needed to risk it, you know, and wait 8 months, right? But
no,
it was
no risk, no story.
yeah, exactly. And so I took the risk. I went at it. It was a struggle, but I find people in my way, you know, from the guys there that were hiring, that I was like, to me, is like I'm more thrive when I helping someone.
Yeah,
So if
purpose.
somebody tells me,
Your
hey,
purpose.
do you want to help me because I can't sell? Yeah, hop in my truck. And then with them, then I drive, and then I sell too. And then so they brought this like team lead structure where everybody had a team. I have my own team, and I brought some people from the other company, savage guys, man. And we were like, I think one quarter we put on 75 roofs in one quarter.
Wow.
Then I won team lead of the month, like just back to back to back to back to back, you know. And then we set up some systems in there, team stuff for that branch, and then I left, you know. And I feel proud of that, you know. It's been a journey. Roofing has been crazy for me, man, but I love it.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt the podcast. As you're hearing me and Enrique talk about the roofing rush, whatever you want to call it, the roofing industry is just blowing up like never before. Look, if you're looking for a great leader, if you're looking for a great organization, if you're looking for a great earning opportunity, dude, if you've worked for the wrong people and, you know, you're like, dude, they had a bad culture, they had a bad environment, and you totally like are looking for the best opportunity of your life in all the areas, it's Enrique. It's down there on Orlando, Florida. It's life-changing. I mean, oh my God, warm weather. We're on the beach. We get to make a lot of money in a good community. Oh, this sucks. Listen to me. If you've been waiting for your way out, this is it. I put Enrique's personal cell phone number below. You guys see it? All you got to do is send him a text message. Say, I saw you on Andy's podcast. I want to hear more about this opportunity. And that's it. Enrique will personally reach out to you in the next 24 hours. I love you guys. Let's get back to the video. Well, let's talk about this. Number one, you've been through it. You learned it. Somebody, no matter what industry they're in, whether they're in sales, not in sales, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Coming to Priority Roofing, being that you're a great leader, you have a great organization, you have all the kinks out, the company's on cruise control, rolling, and now it just needs hungry people.
Yeah.
Can you tell them what kind of person, male or female, what kind of person that you're looking for, that you see that does really well with you?
Yeah.
What are the traits or the behaviors?
I think like, and when I interview people, it's all about when I hear them saying, I have an entrepreneur spirit, like I'm an entrepreneur, I've been doing this and that, you know, and that immediately, like, it's like a magnet for me. I was like, I want to get to know you to see if you have that in you, right? Because it's all about wanting to take a risk, wanting to have a new career, looking for something better. If I see that that's you, that you're looking for something better, that you want to make a change, you're looking for a new career, and you have the work ethic, that's the kind of person that I'm looking for. Because the foundation is set. This year was crazy for us. We went December 1st last year was my first class. You know, I had 7 guys, three of which they're still here. Josh, you know Josh, remember, and he's still here. He's like one of the top reps right now. And right now we're the biggest branch in Florida. You know, we have another one in Lakeland. We have another one in Jacksonville. And what we need right now is just people that experience is not necessarily, because roofing is super easy, really. It's the easiest trade I've ever done in my life. You know, you just have to learn how to inspect the roof and then how to talk to the insurance company. That's basically the 2 main parts of that. It's more about your work ethic, man. It's more about you want it as bad as your next, you know, breath of air. Like if you want success, you can make it here.
Yeah, I think you know what, and I think anybody watching this right now will all realize the ones that made it were the ones that wanted it, and the ones that didn't want it never made it. And you can't make someone want it, right? I mean,
exactly.
Have you ever seen like an interview? Because we're talking about interviewing right now, and seen a resume or just having a conversation, and somebody's like, "Hey, man, you know, I want to work for you," and you can see that they have the talent. You can see that they're a good-looking person, or they look like they could be, you know, successful. But you hire them, and they just don't
Yeah.
do what they say they're going to do. They just don't work.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a tough
like,
one. It's we're in the.
well, it's tough on them, but like, how does that happen?
I tell people all the time, like we're not really in the roofing business. We're in the people's business.
Good.
We're a platform. Priority Roofing is a platform.
Yep.
We have the best systems, the best softwares. You know, when it comes to material suppliers, labor, licensing, we have everything for an individual to come in with us and maximize their potential and get paid for that, because the profits are there, the margins are there. We work with insurance. 90% of our business is insurance.
That's
so
great.
We know that
That's
there's
huge.
profit. You know what I mean? And it's more about you coming in and really going through hard and not expecting like easy success. Like this is that industry that's going to challenge you, but at the end of that challenge, man,
You're going to be great.
You're never going to have to worry about a paycheck in your life.
Yeah.
Ever.
How hard is it to get good? Let's say Enrique, for real, I'm like, hey, look, I'm willing to work hard. You know, like I want to be down in Florida with you. Like I want to do this thing. Like honestly, like, do you feel like anybody can do this?
Yeah. I mean, look, when it was my first day in roofing, bro, I grew up in Mexico. In Mexico, we don't have insurance in homes. We don't have shingles in homes. Everything is flat.
Yeah.
You know? Literally, my first day in roofing, I Googled the word shingles. I didn't know what the hell we're talking about.
Got it.
Right. And my English was bad. I still went through all that, kind of fixing my pitch. It took me a long time to sell my first roof. Right now, all the systems and process and training programs and all this technology, even females are thriving in this industry,
Yeah.
you know, because now it's so easy to sell roofs
Yeah.
that companies like us can grow at this piece because of that, you know.
That's amazing.
Technology has taken over. We used to measure roofs by hand with chalk and draw the stuff in a piece of paper and then calculate all the measures. Right now, you order satellite, boom, get the measurements, give them a quote on the spot, DocuSign. I mean, Priority has all that stuff.
It's so crazy how everything has evolved to be that simple.
Yeah. And to help companies grow with this. Yeah.
How nice is Orlando? If somebody was wanting to relocate and be with you, how nice is it?
Amazing. I'm from Texas, man, and everything is like last summer.
We got all seasons down there in Texas.
Yeah, but they're extreme weather.
Yeah.
Like when it's hot, it's extremely hot, like 120 degrees up on a roof because of the asphalt. In Orlando this year, there was just one day I think we hit the hundreds. Everything else was like 98, 80 something.
What's the winter like right now?
Right
What's
now
it
it's
like?
56 degrees out there.
Yeah.
I have some sweatpants in the morning, and then it's hot in the afternoon. Typically, our roofing companies during the winter, last quarter of the year, they're gonna kind of like dive down because it's snowing in Denver, it's freezing in Texas. But in Florida, man, we just had a hurricane right now, October, and then there's statute of limitations this 1 year to report all this damage to the insurance companies.
So it's like a
We
gold
can have
mine.
a crazy first quarter, last quarter of the year right now. We had our best month this month, November,
Holy cow.
of the company of the branch. You know, in the first year we had the best month, and December looks like we're gonna crush it again. So that's why I'm bringing you guys that already have experience. I have some guys that were in Porsche, you know, selling vehicles.
Yeah.
A lot of guys that come from selling cars.
Yeah.
They're tired of the 9 to 9, staying in the dealership all these hours, and they want their life back. They come to roofing, and I even have one of my guys. He used to be a car dealership owner, right? And then some other guys are solar. They're saying now you have to lease, you can sell. You know, they're coming into roofing.
That's right. Lots of
A couple
changes.
classes ago, I hired like 9 people that came from a whole solar company. They're like, we're done with solar. We want to go to roofing. Hire them all because they already have the discipline to go out there and grind. You know, they grind every day. All I have to do is teach them roofing, right? So it was a great opportunity. I brought them in, and they're all thriving right now. It's a great switch from that. And if they want to sell solar after that, you know, they can still do that.
Yeah.
And just focus on the roof. So,
But it's cool. You just master. I mean, you master roofs. You kick butt.
Yeah.
But your environment, your culture, you know, it's like a brotherhood, right? It's like
absolutely.
a family.
Yeah, no. And that's one of the things also I love about Priority, like the morale aspect of it. You know, there's a lot of money that we invest back in the morale of the team.
Yeah.
You know, like literally, like we have numbers just for that.
Yeah.
To keep the guys motivated, bonuses, playing golf, you know, like whatever they like, concert tickets. Our supply houses really take care of us. Really.
You guys keep it fun, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We like to make money and we like to have fun for sure. Yeah,
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, for real. And they love that. And I think that's one of the other companies that I work for, like they're more tied. Only the owner goes to those concerts. Only the owner takes all the the rebates and all that stuff. Here, the way the Will has set up, man, is for like every other branch to enjoy the benefits of what they're building and they're making.
He's such a good boss, dude.
Dude,
or
he's
such a
just-
good leader. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's chill,
he doesn't
bro.
work for money, man, and that's one of the things I like. And then I also tell myself, like, I like the end priority. I don't have to work for money. I work for success.
Yeah.
I look for individuals that want to be successful, and then I bring them in and I show them what I
love that.
crazy story. Like, just to give you one, when I was VP, I had this personal trainer, and he was, really good. Would come 3 times a day or a week, and then after that, he was door dashing, Ubering. I'm like, bro, like, you are a hustler, man. What are you doing? Yeah, I have to go train this family. I train you. I train this. And I was like, man, you need to come sell roofs. No, I don't know. One day, I'm training this new guy. He's selling his first roof. He's like 65-year-old retired Marine, Black Ops guy. He's out there selling roofs. Now he has his own roofing company now in Houston. I trained him. I taught him everything. And his first roof is an upgrade to metal. It's $85,000 roof. He makes $15,000 commission, first roof ever.
Wow.
And while I'm training and doing all this exercise with him, he's sending me the contract with the signature. And I told William, his name is William, I said, bro, this is what I'm talking about. This guy is 65-year-old. He's making $15,000 commissions. Why are you missing out on this? Next training program, he was in my class. He was the best rep for like 3 months in a row. When I left, he came in with me, and now he's one of the top reps in San Antonio.
Yeah, he's still with you, right?
Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah, Julian. Yeah.
Savage.
Still
guy. Jacked up.
Oh,
yeah.
Bro, crazy. He's vegetarian, like super disciplined.
Yeah, just a savage. So
That's
making
why-
good money now,
yeah.
still being in great
Changed his
shape,
life.
has his own life.
Yeah, changed his life.
That's amazing. I want you to share one more thing with us real quick. So when did you move here from Mexico?
So I started coming back to Mexico, to the United States when I was 17, because that was the age where you can come in without parents, right? My parents can't come back, so it was just me. But I will go back and forth. I finished college. I had a son. At 25, I decided, you know what? I'm just going to stay in the U.S. because I can help my family if I just stay there for a longer period of time rather than coming back and forth. And that's when I graduated in the University of San Luis Potosí in Mexico. And then I came into the United States, started working in catering, which that's what I went to school for, basically hospitality. And I worked with them for 3 years. And then in 2019, I went to roofing, man. And ever since then,
It's over.
It's over, yeah.
I love it, man. Guys, if you're watching this right now, number one, Enrique is a great leader. I love it. A lot of life experience, which is super cool. He's great at sales, but he loves leadership. And I always say, like, you can't just be good at sales and you can't just be a good leader. The best are great at sales and leadership. He's a family man, loves the family values. They have an incredible company. I mean, Priority Roofing is on fire.
Yeah.
They're in like
19 locations in 9 states.
Is it 9 states?
Yeah,
Yeah.
7 more coming up next year. So
Yeah, so there's like 20 locations or in 9 states. And right now, you guys can reach out to Enrique. There's a number on the screen. You can shoot him a text message and just be like, hey, I saw you on Andy's podcast. I want to talk about just like his fitness trainer. I want to be in great fitness. They love that. I want to be close to my family. I want to make a lot of money. I want to be in a beautiful place. I'm ready to change my life. I want to be around someone who wants to see me win. You have a company that has great long range opportunities for people that do well.
growth opportunity, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say the growth opportunity. They're open 9 more locations right now. Like, oh my gosh, dude, they're not slowing down. So if you want to be plugged into something, not only today where you can crush it, but also be a part of something big picture.
Yep.
I want you guys to make sure that you go. And do you use social media?
Yeah, you can find me as Enrique Garcia. I actually have a professional Facebook account. They can just follow me.
Okay,
there.
so on Facebook, Enrique Garcia.
Yeah, or my cell phone number.
Yeah, and then shoot him a text. I mean, that's the easiest way to reach out to him. Shoot him a text. If you'd like to partner with him, get together with him, and go crush it. This is it. So he's a good buddy of mine, great friend of mine. We train a lot together. We're close. His team's amazing. I love it, man. Everything that anyone would ever want in the world is right here with this guy. If you want to be a part of it, I love your story. Super respect everything about you. You're just getting warmed up too, man. You're super young, and so who's next? So guys, shoot him a text message. You guys can join, and you guys can reach out and ask him any questions.
Let's do it.
So we love you guys. We'll see you in the next podcast. Let's go.